class we have studied that scalar product of two vectors is commutative. Now we will prove it, how scalar product of two vectors is commutative. So by scalar product we know that vector A dot vector B is given by AB cos theta. And what is theta here? It is an angle between vector A and vector B. Okay, it is a angle between vector A and vector B in anti-clockwise direction. Now, if we consider vector A dot vector B, what will be its vector product? What will be its scalar product? It will be BA cos theta. But now in this case, what will be the angle here? This is the angle when we are talking about A dot B, okay? But when we are talking about B dot A, the angle will be now 360 degree minus theta. Fine. So we can write it as BA cos theta because cos 360 degree minus theta is equals to cos theta. Okay. So we will again get here cos theta. So it is equals to BA cos theta. Fine. If we rearrange it, we can write it AB cos theta. Why? Because these are only the magnitudes of vector A and vector B. Direction is not associated with it. So we can write it as BA cos theta can be written as AB cos theta. Now if you look, vector A dot vector B also gave us AB cos theta, and vector B dot vector A is also giving us AB cos theta. And the angle 360 degree minus theta, it is the angle between vector B and vector A in anti-clockwise direction. So from equation 1 and equation 2, we get that as both are equal AB cos theta, so we can say that vector A dot vector B is equals to vector B dot vector A, and hence we have proved that scalar product is commutative. Okay. The next property which we have, which I have told you in scalar product, is that scalar product of two vectors is distributive over addition. Fine. So for proving this, we will draw a diagram. Okay. In this we have three vectors. Okay. So OR is vector A. This OR is vector A. O, this is vector B, and this is showing us vector C. Fine. Now what will be the resultant? As you can see, vector B and vector C, they are joined head to tail, and we know according to the triangle law of vector addition that if two vectors signifies the two sides of the triangle, then their resultant will be given by the third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. So this will be the resultant of these two vectors, vector B and vector C, and it will give us vector B plus vector C. Fine. Now OP, PQ and OQ. OP, PQ and OQ. These show the projections or components of vector B, vector C and vector B plus vector C in the direction of vector A. Okay. So OQ is the projection of vector B plus vector C in direction of vector A. OP is the projection of vector B in the direction of vector A, and PQ is the projection of vector C in direction of vector A. What is the direction of vector A? It is like this. Fine. So we can say that vector A dot whole of vector B plus vector C is equals to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of component of vector B plus vector C in direction of vector A. Okay. So what is magnitude of vector A? It is OR. Okay. Magnitude of component of vector B plus vector C in direction of OA is given by OQ. Fine. So we will write now OQ can be written as OP plus PQ. So we will write it here. Now if we multiply OR with OP and OR with PQ, we will get OR into OP plus OR into PQ, which shows us that it is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of component of vector B in the direction of vector A plus magnitude of vector A into magnitude of component of vector C in the direction of vector A. Fine. So we can write it as vector A dot vector B plus vector A dot vector C. And this is known as distributive over addition. Okay. So it was first written like this, but it distributes itself over addition. Okay. So this is the property of scalar product, that it is distributive over addition. Now I told you that scalar product can be given in terms of its rectangular components. Okay. So as we have studied already about rectangular components, so what will be how can be vector A represented? It can be represented as vector A is equals to AX of unit vector I plus AY of unit vector J plus AZ of unit vector K. And vector B can be represented as BX unit vector I plus BY unit vector J plus BZ unit vector K. Now we are talking about scalar product of these two vectors. So we will find the dot product of these two, scalar products of these two. Fine. Now A dot B can be written in terms of these components. So we will write it as AX of vector I, AX of unit vector I, AY of unit vector J plus AZ of unit vector K dot BX of unit vector I plus BY of unit vector J plus BZ of unit vector K. Fine. Now we will multiply it one by one. So first AXI will get multiplied to all these three components of vector B. So we can write it as AX of vector I dot BX of vector unit vector I plus BY of unit vector J plus BZ of unit vector K. Fine. Plus now this AY unit vector J will get multiplied by all these components. So AY of vector J dot BX of unit vector I, BY of unit vector J plus BZ of unit vector K plus AZK unit vector K will get multiplied by these components of unit vector B. Fine. Now if one by one we multiply it, what will we get? AX dot BX, because I into I will give us 1. Fine. So we can write it as like this. We know that I dot I, where unit vector I dot unit vector I, it gives us 1. Okay. We know that unit vector I dot unit vector I will give us 1, and unit vector I dot unit vector J will give us 0. In the similar manner, if we multiply same unit vector, we get the dot product as 1, but if we multiply different unit vectors, then we get the dot product as 0. So in this case, unit vector I dot unit vector I will give us 1. So AX into BX into 1 will give us AX BX. Now if I multiply this with J, BY J cap, then I have told you that I cap dot J cap, it gives us 0. So I cap dot J cap will give us 0. So this component will become 0. Fine. I am not writing it here. Then again I cap dot K cap will they are again different unit vectors, so this will also give us 0. Fine. So by multiplying this with B vector, we are only getting AX BX. Fine. Now we will multiply it in the similar manner. If we multiply J cap with I cap, we get 0. J cap with K cap will give us 0, but J cap with J cap will give us 1. So we are left only with AY BY. Okay, fine. Plus, now in case of AZ K cap, if we multiply it with I cap, it will give us 0. With J cap also it will give us 0, but with K cap it will get multiplied. Fine. So we will get AZ BZ. Fine. So by this you can see that by multiplying vector A dot vector B, we are getting AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Fine. And these are the rectangular components of scalar product. Okay. So we have written the scalar product of vector A and vector B in terms of its rectangular components.